Hello all, Seriously here for another base tours video. This is part of the Rebuilding a Legacy save. So we're doing legacy parts in this build, and it's a small build, so tour shouldn't take too long. This is the Last Aqueduct is what I'm calling it. It is a base build using the new ruined parts from Worlds Part 2. Go get them on your ruined planets, mostly found in purple star systems. I found an ocean world. That's where we are today. It's got pretty frequent hot storms, which is helpful if you're looking to catch your storm fish, and that's the main purpose of the base in a practical function, is to be a fishing base. But this little patch of land here is near one of the only islands that I've found. There's hardly any islands on ocean worlds. Sometimes there are none, apparently. I haven't searched every inch of every ocean world, but this is pretty much the whole base out here. We're going to be changing one thing up, and I'll show you what that is when we get out there. So I'll be uploading that. We're not going to change that up today. We're just doing the tour today. These wooden pieces here are the legacy wood parts. If you go into your building menu and you have a save that has access to the legacy parts, which you either need to have a very old save for, or you need to have the ability to edit your saves in a save editor, which I think you can still do on PlayStation and Xbox, but it means also having a PC and the ability to take your saves off of your console and put them on PC. It's a hassle. I don't even use mods on PC. I could give my other saves legacy parts, but I have one or two saves with the parts, so I just didn't feel the need. So there you go. We're using the wood parts. There's also concrete and metal. These days we have timber, stone, and alloy, but we're using the wooden parts here on this save. We have one of the old-fashioned landing pads here too, and underneath of which is where you portal into. So what I am going to be doing is, when I finished building this build, I was out at the end of the pier. Oops. And I dropped my Nautilon bay out there so that I could, have a Nautilon out there. And then I realized it should be here underneath this portal here, or base terminus, where you come in at. Just so you can get out there really quickly, because we do not have a short-range teleporter. It wouldn't reach. I decided not to use any kind of extension glitches. In fact, there's no glitch building required in this build at all. It's all just basic parts and scaling and scaffolding. If you want to see the process of building it, it was built this week, in videos this week. Just go back a couple of days. Watch the Rebuilding a Legacy playlist for the last couple of videos. So one of the reasons why these legacy parts aren't just added to every save is that they have a pretty high demand. I'm not using a lot of these parts, maybe 100 to 200 of these parts, and as you can see off in the distance there, part of my building is not drawing already, so we have to get a lot closer for those parts to draw. There's just, and there you go, the whole building disappeared. The demand is just too high because of apparently the detail of these parts. I really like them a lot though. I'm glad I got them. Here we have one of our little fishing huts. If we switch to a fishing rod, go fishing here, and it should be about 400 units deep. Yeah, 397. We could probably get over 400 if we fish out this way a little bit. 401. So you could also fish straight from the top of the aqueduct here. Not a problem at all. Anywhere along it you like. I have noticed that for fishing purposes, on ocean worlds, you do need access to huge amounts of depth to get the colossal fish to show up for those ocean worlds. So if you want, you can just have a seat outside. Let's head down to the base. Various forms of access. You can actually take the ladder up, but you don't need to. The angle works on these aqueduct parts, just walk straight up them. For a lot of them, the reason that there are wooden parts here at all is because you can't walk up every crevasse of these things. So yeah, that Nautilon Bay will be moving underneath the pod that we saw at the beginning. I got a nice fireplace that I managed to merge into this very nicely so there's no gap, and the fire's still showing. Took a couple of tries. Sometimes the fire was too far into the ruined piece. Sometimes the gap was too large. Sometimes the angle was weird. So finally took one last try at it and got it right. And I'm pretty happy with the result. Lots of places to fish out here as well. Get a depth of over 700, and I have found colossal fish at those depths, so it does function as a fishing base. Even have the nutrient processor and a refiner out here in case you need to do anything like that. That's pretty much it. Underneath the base, got some just decorative runes out here that aren't doing much. Oh yeah, we also have other decorative things. Lots of decorative stuff in this base. The aesthetics are what it's there for. We could have just built a flat dock out here out of wooden building parts, and we didn't need to do any of this stuff, but we did. And that's it. That's all for today. Nice quick tour of the base. I'm going to move that geo bay there under where we started at. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the aqueduct. Lots of good fishing spots out here. I'm going to catch all my oceanic fish and maybe catch some of those fishing head rewards that we can get for our characters. But that's it for today. Until next time, everybody. Have a good time.